Hello everyone, welcome to the Elliott Wave YouTube channel. This is Henry. Today is Friday, November 27. The time is around 2 a.m. GMT. Now, for those in the US, it's still Thursday, November 26. So happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. And for today, we are looking at the chart of oil. This is a 60 minutes chart of oil. Now we can see right here we have a nest, right? An impulsive structure that is nesting. We have this 1 and 2 here in the intermediate degree, and then sorry, this one is the primary degree, and then we have continue higher within the wave 3 in the primary degree, and wave 3 should be subdivided into 5 waves, and we can see right here we ended with 1 of 3 right here, and now looking to see a pullback. Now notice here we have a bullish sequence, we have a green stamp, so they all sort of pointed to the idea that it is bullish, right? It is bullish, and we should continue to look for more upside here. And pullback therefore is a counter trend if there is any, and therefore should not technically pullback by definition is always weaker than the trend, and so sometimes it can truncate, it can end without reaching the intended target and then continue to go higher again. So the idea here very simple in the shorter cycle. As long as you see oil stays above 40.3, you should continue to see more upside. Eventually it's going to break above 46 again to the upside. Okay, so that is the idea. Now let's take a look at a couple of things in the larger degree to give us more ideas here. Also maybe alternate counts or something like that. So if we look at the 4-hour first, okay, this is the 4-hour chart here. So let's try to place the count that we saw here in the 1 hour in the 4-hour. So this will be a 1 and 2 here, right? So then that means we are talking about this cycle from November 2nd here, right? So from November 2nd low, we are looking at an impulse in which we end 1 and 2 here, right? So you can see then this 1 and 2, this one also looking to be 5 waves here, subdivision, and now we are within wave 3 in which we are ending 1 of 3 here. So then currently in the pullback is going to be in the wave 2, right, followed by more upside as long as we stay above here. Now a couple of possible alternates, right? Couple of possible alternates. Now perhaps the first alternate is the idea that we can still make a new high from here, right? We can still make a new high from here, and that is still part of wave 1. I think that cannot be ruled out at the moment. So but that doesn't make any difference. I mean, even if that's the case, then that means it's bullish, because we've been saying it is bullish. So we can of course make a new high instead of doing an ABC. We make a new high, even though it looks like a 5 ways down from here. So that's why I think there's a good possibility we extend lower still, right? But if it makes a new high, that will still be part of the same cycle, and then eventually we can look for a pullback again, a larger degree pullback in the wave 2 to correct this entire cycle. Then once that pullback is finished in 3 waves or 3 swing, then we should be looking to extend higher again, as long as we continue to stay above this level. Now second possibility, which is not likely, is the idea that, okay, what about if we end 1 here? Couldn't we count this, for example, 1, 2, right, 3, 4, 5? Couldn't we count it this way, for example, right? Now that's I think also a valid question. Now let's take a look at this possibility and you conclude why this is less likely, right? It's not likely. Now the reason is, okay, well, first of all, let's check whether wave 3 is the shortest wave or not. Let's compare this with 1 to wave 3. Now you find out that this is already more than 100%. So technically wave 3 is not the shortest wave. We don't violate any Elliott wave rule, and therefore this is possible based on that observation. But typically in a 5-way impulse, wave 5 should come with a divergence. Now look at this wave 5 here, if you want to count it this way. Now you don't see any divergence here, so that is telling us this is less likely to be a wave 5 because we don't see any divergence here. So that's why the discount here becomes more likely now that this is 1 and 2, and and we start the new leg higher within the wave 3. Now another thing we need to pay attention to, I guess the next sort of question is, what about if this is actually only a correction, right? Can we count this as maybe an ABC, right? A, B, C, shouldn't that be possible, right? Now first of all, if you want to count this as an ABC, we have not reached the 100%. So regardless whether corrective or impulsive, you're still looking for more upside anyway, right? That's number one. Number two, if we look at the higher degree, let's take a look at the daily chart. Now take a look at this daily chart. Now we're looking for from April 22nd low here, right? The idea that oil has been able to break above here, August 25th peak, that suggests you do have a higher high here, right? You do have a higher high. That is bullish. That is bullish. So that is saying that, okay, now oil can at least reaches 52, depending on how you want to count it. If you want to count it EPC, let's say, oh, this is only correction. Okay, well, again, even if it is correction, the C can at least reach 52. If this is 1, 2, well then this could be a wave 3, can potentially go all the way to 64. Now of course it's not going to happen overnight or even a week. This is a daily chart, keep that in mind. So this can happen in multi-month, right? It can take several months to go to $60 for example. But that's the trend, that's the direction that seems to be happening in oil. So back to the short-term cycle, then it's simple. As long as we stay above $40.34 here in the pullback, then we should see oil continue to go higher. Okay, so that's the update for oil. As always, if you do want to get a regular update in the shorter cycle and analysis like this in many different instruments, you can check our service. We have 14 days free trial for those new clients, as well as currently we are running Black Friday promotion. We got various different promotions available for you. So I put the link of all the trial promotions in the video, and happy Thanksgiving again for those in the US, and I'll see you all again next week.